DJs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Garth Holiday. Today is Tuesday, December 18th, and you're watching OMG News. Today's feature story involves a new candidate running for the presidency. Chester Lee Boyer announced his candidacy for the Republican Party last night. More on this story later on. In other news, Representative Bradley Oatman was recently accused of embezzling governmental funds so he could buy DVDs for his class. More on this story is Chuck Schwartz.
Thanks, Garth. I'm here in Mr. Roman's Sylvania office. He's been allegedly misusing government funds to buy unsolved mysteries. Let's go see if we can catch an interview.
Hey, what are you doing?
I was wondering if I could catch an interview.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, is this one of your illegally DVDs?
No.
Alright,
No.
Mr. Roman, sit down. Alright. So, Mr. Roman, let's cut to the chase here. Have you been using government funds to buy unsolved mysteries?
Of course not. Of course not. They're gifts from my kids. They use their Webkinz money to buy them for me.
Well, you heard it, folks. Mr. Roman is clean.
Is the camera off?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Chuck.
All right.
I've got some trouble there.
Hey, you know, anytime.
Hey, that red light's still on. Hey, right here. Hey, come back here. Hey.
You heard it, folks. Representative Oatman has been illegally using government funds to buy unsolved mysteries. Let's just say this mystery is solved. I'm Chuck Schwartz. Back to you, Garth.
Breathtaking stuff there. Earlier this week, Senator Stephen Swaggerty sent a mass email talking about Dance for a Chance. Now, he may sound like a great humanitarian. However, Rick Cunningham's story might say otherwise.
Swaggerty, teacher, tennis coach, assistant athletic director. Yeah, would you be surprised to know that Mr. Swaggerty drinks 8 to 10 Sunkist each and every day and throws each one away? Yes, that's right, folks. He does not recycle. Yet when asked in the environment, he replied,
"Our world is in grave danger. I strongly support recycling programs and regulating factory emissions. We must act now to protect ourselves."
"A recent examination done by OMG News into Senator Swaggerty's previous voting record proves otherwise, that he does not favor the environment. He is a liar and a hypocrite. In 1976, he voted against more strict emission regulations. In 1990, he voted against the Clean Air Act amendments. Clearly, Mr. Swaggerty is not all he seems to be. Obviously, his term will not be recycled for the term. Rick Cunningham, Bangladesh."
Thanks, Rick. Now, we're going to be continuing a segment that we've been doing for the past several years. Where in the world is Amelia Earhart? Now, more with the story is Clayton Niedermeyer.
Thanks, Garth. For those of you who haven't been following, every week we move to a new location and see if we can find Amelia Earhart. Still no evidence, but I'm suspecting foul play.
What makes you say it's foul play?
Call it a hunch.
Interesting stuff, Clayton. Next, we have an insider story with Rick Cunningham. Rick?
Thanks, God. For the past 2 weeks, I've been following and keeping a close eye on Justice Neilio Weinberg. Through my intense investigation, I have learned he is having an affair. I followed him home on various occasions to find that he has a suspicious female character awaiting his arrival. Who are these women? What do they do? And where is Justice Neilio Weinberg's wife? Through further investigation, I discovered that he's been sleeping with various women. The affair has gone on for several months now. We had tried to contact Justice Neilio Weinberg, but he had no further comment this time. Back to you, Garth.
Incredible work there. Coming up next is our feature story, Boyer for President. We'll be back after a short commercial break.
Hey yo, listen, this is DJ Molasses. If you want to be cool like me, get out there and vote.
Welcome back. Today's top story is Chester Lee Boyer's announcement for presidency. He's been considering running for quite some time now, but the lack of support for sportsmen as candidates has prompted Mr. Boyer to run. He is running on a platform heavily influenced by his belief for the Second Amendment.
You know, being an avid outdoorsman, I think people not only should have the right to hunt anytime they want, but also I believe that the Second Amendment truly means that individuals should be able to have their protection first at hand. We live here in Sylvania, Ohio, which doesn't have a high crime rate, but what if you lived in Washington, D.C. and you didn't carry a gun, but you know there's 25–30% of the people out there in the streets carrying a gun. They have the highest homicide rates, they have the highest death rates, they have the highest crime rates anywhere in the United States. I believe these people should be able to protect themselves by carrying a gun. The Second Amendment should be one of the most important amendments that we have in this country, and as a result, we need to protect it at all costs.
Mr. Boyer has fierce competition in the Republican Party. His lack of concern for other topics might cause a serious problem in his likelihood of gaining votes. We sent our own reporter, Norton McNaughton, to see the public view on this situation. Thanks, Garth. I'm here with sportsman Earl Pitts. Now, Earl, what do you think about Mr. Boyer running for president?
I like it.
Okay, I see. Also with me, we have Ferguson Fergie. Now, Ferguson, what do you think about Mr. Boyer's candidacy?
You know what? I think he's a madman. He has no integrity, no respect for women. Heck, he hates all of us, alright? He's just out for himself.
There you have it. I guess the public is in favor of Mr. Boyer running for presidency. Back to you, Garth. Thanks, Norton. Now, what's that? Oh my god. Oh, we have a breaking story. More of this is Edward Fleischman.
Thanks, Garth. We've all argued back and forth ever since our kindergarten years about which sex is smarter. As the old phrase goes, girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Boys go to Mars to get more candy bars. Well, one scientist has been determined to solve this study. Brick Fantana, a scientist at the American University, conducted an in-depth study to find the answer. Please explain, Brick.
Well, you know, over the past 10 years, I've been doing research on who's smarter, men or women. You know, and after years and years of research and thousands of trials, we've come to the conclusion that they're just about equal. They're about the same. However, on average, men are 0.002% smarter than women.
So, your study proved that boys are smarter.
Well, they're basically equal. I mean, it's such a small amount.
Alright. As you can tell from this scientifically proven study, boys are vastly more intelligent than girls. Roughly 80% smarter. Back to you, Garth.
Fantastic stuff, Edward. Well, this has been OMG News, #1 broadcasting station. I'm Garth Holiday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Global DJs.
Oh, hey, do you like peanut butter? Well, choosy moms choose Jif.
Oh, hey, you looking for a nice stocking stuffer this Christmas? You get the Jackhawk 9000, available at Walmart.
Hey there, 請到西藏喺星托床，P.F. Chang's Restaurant.
Good food, great taste.
Cisco.
If you're going